Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for F1 Manager 2023 as we continue our hard mode difficulty run with Alfa Tauri. This is the beginning of a brand new season. And yes, you heard me right. Brand new season. No, you have not missed any episodes. Let me tell you what happened. So, the last episode you guys saw was, or last race you guys saw was, I believe, Belgium. Yes, it was Belgium. We got a first place and a third place finish, gained some points on Red Bull. Everything was looking pretty good. We were close. We were closing the gap, whatever. And then Zandvoort happened. And in Zandvoort, before we even rounded the first corner, both my cars got taken out by each other or something. I don't remember exactly what happened. Both cars crashed out. Both cars were completely done. And we got 0 points in that one. And of course, Red Bull got first and second. So we lost immediately 55 points on Red Bull. And it went downhill from there. Monza, we were able to come back at Monza. I'm sorry, I forgot about this one. We were able to come back at Monza with a second or third place finish. So we still had a really good car, still capable car. But then in Singapore, we've only got a third place finish with Theo finishing out of the points. Actually, I think he crashed in this one as well. Suzuka, we got a third place finish with this time Tsunoda, I believe, finishing outside the points. Got basically 0 points. With Red Bull getting first and second. So we were falling further and further and further and further behind. Lucille here, Qatar. We got a second place finish. Again, Theo, I believe, finishing either very low or out of the points completely. So again, we still have a fast car. Obviously, Tsunoda's got to be a fast car if he's going to be up in second place. But with Red Bull getting first and third, we kept falling further and further behind. We actually won in Austin. Again, Theo not getting any points. He was done. He was out. But again, proving that we have a fast car, just couldn't hold on. Mexico City, guess what? We won. Again, not good enough. Still losing points on Red Bull. Race after race after race after race. In Sao Paulo, second place. Good finish. Not good enough. Red Bull did better. Again, no points, I think, for Theo. Theo actually just fell off the face of the planet. We ran out of money. We actually went over our cost cap by like $4 million. So we had to pay a $4 million penalty. When it was all said and done, it was going really, really bad. And here's the deal. I was miserable. I'm not going to lie, especially after that double crash. I thought we were so good. I thought we had a chance. I thought this was going to be the season. We got it done. And then that double crash, it was not good content. I was just miserable and I was frustrated. I was, quite frankly, complaining a lot, making a lot of excuses, which I should not have. And so I recorded 4 episodes. The hidden 4 episodes that go into the vault of nothingness that you guys will never see. I actually recorded those next 4 races. And then I just went back and I thought about it. I was like, you know what? This is just me complaining a lot. This is just me being miserable. I personally was making mistakes. I need to own up to those mistakes. There was also just some randomness that just went against me. And it's hard. I don't know how frustrated I can be with just something that randomly happens. I got more frustrated than I should have. And it was just not good content. So honestly, I shut off the camera, shut off the recordings, and I just finished the season. I was like, let me just get through the season. Let me just power through. It's obvious that we're not going to have the car to really compete this year. We've got to get ready for next year. So I just kept doing research, and I researched the rest of the way through the end of the season, even up to the point where my final research was right on the edge of cost cap, and I knew that we were going to go over cost cap. I intentionally kept researching because I was like, you know what? We got tons of money in the bank. We can accept a bit of a penalty on the cost cap. To be able to set ourselves up better for next year. Now, this is the big one. This year is the one where we take a 55 to 60% reduction on every part. Every single part is a massive, massive reduction. So I don't know if our research was enough. I don't know if I did enough research. Again, we ran out of money. I would have liked to have done a little bit more research. I could have fit in a couple more. In fact, we've got hours right now. It is November 17th. We have hours right now. And unless something changed at the end of the season, we should not be able to do any research. Or can we? Yeah, we can't do any research because we're over cost cap, right? We're at $4 million over cost cap, basically. And so we cannot do any research even though we have hours right now. We are doing a final suspension one. So we got in 4 chassis, 2 front wings, 2 rear wings, 2 side pods, 3 underfloor, and then we're about to finish our second suspension. I'm a little worried that we didn't get enough research done, which means we're probably going to have another second place finish this next year. And it won't be until season 5 that we win this whole thing. We'll see. But I just wanted to get you guys all caught up. I apologize if you really like to see those episodes, even the ones that were bad. But I just couldn't deal with it. I was like, I just need to turn everything off, turn off the camera, turn off the the recordings. Let me just get through this season, get to the end of the season. Let's make it to next season. And as you can see, we didn't even place in the top 3 over the final, I guess, 2 games here, Las Vegas and Abu Dhabi. So it was a struggle, but we still were competitive, just nowhere near Red Bull. Nowhere. Red Bull is ridiculously fast, absolutely ridiculously fast. But as you can see, we did finish second place by far. We were absolutely dominant, just as dominant as we were over second place, though. Red Bull was basically that dominant over us in second place when they were in first. Tsunoda, he was close. He only missed Verstappen by what, 50 points? That's a lot of points. But that crash, that's 25 of those right there potentially, or 23, whatever. And then of course we did beat Leclerc, and we were also the 4th place driver. So we're up there. We're just not quite getting what we needed. And I think it was probably the smart move, at least for my own sanity, to just, honestly, I just put on I think I put on a YouTube video or Netflix video, and let me just get through the end of the season and let's get a better setup. I'll be more refreshed for the next season. So that's where we're at. Again, not really a lot to see here because we are at the end of the year and I can't do any research, but should be easy to power through a lot of this. Again, we did go over the cost cap. It's unfortunate, but we had to, because we had parts that were destroyed. We did have to buy one more ERS or engine. I think it was ERS for Theo. So it is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and power push through this. Unfortunately, again, we don't have any money. I mean, as soon as we get money, we should be able to get maybe some research done at the beginning of next season, but I actually don't know if we will or not. Suspension simulator. I mean, it doesn't matter. We can. Well, I actually don't want to spend money. I guess we'll prove it. I'm not happy with that, but I mean, if it comes back and costs us more later, then that's even worse. There's our suspension research. So that is done and done. I have no idea how competitive we are with everybody else and how much research they did. I would not doubt it, because we ran out of money. If they ended up with way more, right. I was just approving that we read the email. I guess that's all it is. I have a feeling that they probably all did better research than we did. Arguably, we should have just kept doing development. We should have just ignored research and just did some more development, and we might have been able to hold on to some better finishes. But it's all good. So we do have Theo for a year here, right? Wait, position secured until 2026, but he's got 3 years left. Oh no, 13 months. I was looking at the. I was like, it was a 3-year contract. He's got 13 months left, so that's all fine. We might need to renew Theo sometime this year, which means we'll have to pay him more money, but he probably deserves it. And we'll see. Upcoming board review. Hopefully the board is still highly confident enough with us that they're not going to punish me too severely for going over cost cap. But if they do, they do. Let's just go with... Honestly, I'm just going to push in a bunch of pit stop time. I'm not even going to bother setting up a lot of stuff here. Well, I say whatever. Let me just take it. It doesn't take that long, I suppose. And let me just knock it out the right way. Get it done. Maybe it makes a difference. We want pit stop drills. Pit stop drills. Actually, probably didn't need that first one, but that's okay. Pit stop drill. Pit stop drills. We just need the occasional half day thrown in. I mean, I know we're going to lose a lot of this, but the more we gain now, the less the losses will affect us, hopefully. Get a lot of value from this pit stop drill stuff, though, because we are going to get a lot of training in for that. All right, let's see what looks like it's going to be best. 1.8, 1.5. Looks like it is the 1.8. Oh, which is now changed. All right, 1.5. 0.68 probably. Either the release or the new tires on. Do the new tires on. Cool. All right, that's all locked in. Good stuff. Yes, I know we got to find. It is what it is. Can't change it now. We are still making a lot of money, though. We got tons of money. We can pay a very, very big fine. Oh, of course. I mean, we're not doing anything right now anyway, so it's okay. When does the finances reset? Who knows? Probably December, January, something. Hey, 87. Do you think? Wonder if he'll get to 90 before the end of the season. Maybe not this season, but I bet he gets to 90 next season, which would be cool. Yes, I know we got ATR ending soon. We're going to skip an entire ATR, which does tell me that it's very likely that the other teams will have much better research than us, which is why I think we're going to need another year. But we did win this again, as usual. I mean, that's no real surprise there. Fourth and second overall team, obviously. I mean, they're loving us, even though we did go over cost cap. We didn't go. I mean, 4 mils not massive amount, and if we hadn't had to build the ERS, then we would have barely gone over at all, to be honest. In fact, if we hadn't had to build the ERS, I don't think we would have gone over at all. And the reason I say that is not because, I mean, obviously the ERS is only 2.5 mil. We went over by 4 mil, but part of the reason why we went over by 4 mil is that the only way I could build, I did run out of suspension for Theo for the very last race. The very, very last race, I ran out of suspension. So instead of building a 300,000 pounds or dollar suspension, I had to build like a 1.2 million or whatever it was. So had I not built the RS, I would not have gone over cost cap, which means I would have been able to build a normal suspension. So I cost myself most of that $4 million was just the ERS and having an emergency part, the suspension. We might have still gone over by a teeny tiny amount, but not by much. I mean, overall rating is just rock solid here. I mean, look at that. Look at that. The board is so confident in me that even after paying $4 million in penalties, they still gave me 1.5 mil just to say thank you. So that's pretty awesome. Rule changes. So, I mean, these are massive rule changes. I mean, these are 65% here in the middle, and then everything else is 55%. Crazy dip and everything. I guess we're starting the season now, which I'm hoping means we'll get new cost cap right away. New seeing a target, second, blah, 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 blah. All right, we'll accept the new target. All right, sponsor obligations. Oh, goodness, we gotta do this again. I mean, I don't want pit crew performance to be dropped, so we're gonna do the minimum there. I mean, we're getting plenty of money, so I'm not worried about any of this. The morale boost from the memorabilia room can be maxed out, though. I don't care about the memorabilia room as much, so that one can be maxed out. It's not much, but it's something. Driver appearances, we will just have one driver making appearances, I guess. I mean, I really can't afford Theo to take negatives here, so we'll just let Sonoda do it. I think he's still gonna be able to be okay. That's what I'm saying. Race weekend driver. Oh, those are two different ones. Actually, no. Yeah, we want Sonoda to do the one where it's a skill issue. And I think we'll let Theo do the one where it's a performance issue. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually probably, and it's a little bit backwards from what I just said. I mean, we're not gonna do that many. We're gonna do as few as possible, but that works for me. Oh, sorry. So car 2, car 1, his performance will be reduced for 5 races. No big deal. Merchandising, we will max this out. Simulator, I don't really want development boosts to be reduced. I don't want manufacturing to be paused, although we could probably live with manufacturing pause if we had to. Basically just know that every weekend is not a manufacturing day. I mean, at some point it's not going to matter, right? We do eventually run out of things that we need to manufacture. So It's a little bit of money, but honestly, we don't need it. We don't need it. And then, yeah, we just don't need any of this stuff. We got plenty of money coming in. Obviously, we were way over what we need here for this season. That's even with building a few things. Okay, that's that. There was a vote to raise the cost cap this year by 5 million, which, of course, would have been exactly what I needed last year. And for whatever reason, most of the teams don't want to raise the cost cap. Maybe because they don't have enough money to cover the current cost cap. I don't know. Maybe some of the smaller teams can't even hit this number. So it doesn't matter to make it bigger. Which is sad, but whatever. Cost cap, balance. Okay. All right. So we did gain some stuff from research. We bounced back quite a bit on a few of these, right? This is looking pretty good. We got some pretty, I mean, we were not able to overcome this by even remote margin, but we were able to recover some of it. And that hopefully wasn't, all we got to do is recover more than anybody else is really what it comes down to. We did get a big chunk of money from the prize money, and nothing changes here, I don't think. And all this is the same. All right, cool. Let's go. We're going to stick with the Red Bull powertrain because this feels like it makes sense to me. Might be a little bit of a longer episode, by the way, obviously with the recap from last season. And I do want to get into the first race as well. I think it might be a little bit longer. Okay, so do we actually we do officially have cost cap now. 94 mil. I mean, we're spending a lot on facilities, obviously, things like that. What? I mean, are there any other facilities we want to build or buff up or anything like that? I don't know. I mean, unless it gets really damaged, I think we're okay. Oh, apparently the helipad has been suffering. My bad, helipad. I guess we'll refurbish all of these. I don't think I care about upgrading. I think just refurbishing all of these things are going to be fine. I mean, I don't know if you even know if we do race count. If we, as long as we're hitting second place, at least, which is obviously the goal, then I don't need, wait one second. Yeah, I hit the right thing. Then I don't need the extra confidence, so we're good there. Weather condition. I am going to go ahead. I want to refurbish this now. No, we're going to wait. We're going to give it a little more time. And I'll have to rethink about if I want to upgrade these when they come back around. We do have plenty of money for that. I mean, obviously the upkeep does go against our cost cap, but we'll see. Wait, what? Why is this number higher? I'm confused. What? Why would this number be higher? Didn't we take a massive penalty across the board on pretty much everything? There's no way we bounced back enough of that. Oh, you know, unless this is with the penalty and this is with the research. That's possible. That would make a lot more sense if this is penalty. No, I just don't think this is updated because we're not 82%. This would be an 82% for high speed, and that's not. There's no way. We will be designing some new parts here momentarily. A little bit of a dip. I mean, pretty big dip on a few spots. Actually, the fact that we didn't even bother with car setup means that we'd actually lost very little there, technically. Allocations. ATR starts today. New regulations in effect. Driver development. A bit more overtaking. Some cornering from Sonoda. Sonoda's up to 88. Good stuff. All right, let's go do some car part development. And I have really no concept of where we're at. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. This might be the year, guys. If we're starting off in first place on all the cornerings, then this might be the year. All right. Well, then what do we start with? Normally I start with the underfloor just because the underfloor is just solid. That being said, I mean, brake cooling, engine cooling stuff, because we did lose a lot there, we might be third and fifth, but the value is low, which means we're going to take a lot of wear and tear on both the engine and the brakes. So I actually think we start with the suspension and the side pods, get those kind of in a good place so that we can have parts that can help us last the entire year, and then we'll circle back to other things later. So, which one's the lower? Probably the engine cooling. Let's go ahead and just put slight edge here. We'll do 2.3 and 30. Since we're already, in a good spot on the cornering itself, then I am going to focus on some of these other things. Probably even some top speed at some point. So this is... we might want to do this one with like super done, like with the expertise boost, right? Do we just do across the board and just do a balanced one and then we do a specialized one after that? No, I think we really just still need to focus on the engine cooling. That's the main reason we're even doing this. So side pods, engine cooling, and airflow middle is really what we're focusing on. Do we actually lose? Really? Never mind. I don't know if I was expecting to lose that much attribute. So I was wrong. We are going to just balance it down the middle, gain a little bit of everything, and then we'll worry about tweaking stuff later. Can I just at least do this? I just don't want to lose anything. We're just going to leave it balanced. All right, fair enough. Lower the lifespan, that's fine. It's funny that it doesn't actually fix these numbers. It just affects the ones over here. Yeah. It's not really that much of a boost in engine cooling, doing it this way. But I just want to punch in a bunch of expertise and get something done here. So we'll put in intense. And we really want to get this part done as soon as possible, so... I don't really know. I mean, I'm probably going to put like 4 for this, 4 for the suspension, and then 1 and 1 for the last 2 parts, just whatever those are. Okay, I think this is good. And then we're going to design a suspension. The rest of the hours, other than lifespan, we'll make it balanced. And same thing, we're going to put 4 intense. It's very expensive. A lot of cost cap hit. But I just want to get that big boost up front. And then finally, we'll design... I mean, will we? Could hold off until we get hours, but I don't know if that's really what we want to do. I mean, if we did anything else, it'd probably be like the rear wing, because I think getting a little bit better on the top speed, which is one of the things we're lowest on, would be pretty good. Possibly the underfloor, just because it's just good on everything. Or do we do the same thing again? We just need to make a balanced part. I don't know. How long on 60 days for the next ATR? We're not going to wait for the next ATR. There's no way. That's not logical. But if I were to focus this part on drag reduction and DRS delta, I'm pretty sure we're taking some pretty big hits on everything else, just like we did last time. Yes. Yeah, well, dirtier tolerance for sure. We are getting a bunch on top speed. Actually, we actually are gaining everything else. Maybe I just didn't look at this number after the minimum lifespan when I did the other thing. So maybe this is not as bad as I thought. I mean, the airflow sensitivity going down, it's not great. I think we just do a basic part just to kind of get something rolling, and then we circle back around. We'll start doing specialized parts after we get one in the books or across the board. I think that's just what we want. Oh, except again, this thing goes down. Can't forget that. That does give us a bit more acceleration, a bit more dirty air tolerance. That's all fine. All right, one engineer. Just do we want to do expertise coupled with hours? Honestly, we might just do intense across the board and worry about the hours. When the hours come in, and we'll be happy with that. I just want to get some intense stuff across the board. It's just going to be like massive amounts of millions of bucks just to get one intense done. But the intense is just such a big boost that I just think it's worth it. I could be wrong. So maybe this is what got us in the cost cap trouble last year, but I feel like I'm happy with this. And then we might actually do chassis, because chassis does, let's see, this one's going to help us by 0.07. Underfloor is going to help. Actually, underfloor does look a little bit better. So we will do underfloor. And obviously the only thing we're going to do is lower that. And everything else looks good. More dirtier tolerance, more acceleration, which we're going to get rid of as soon as we start specializing, but Getting a little bit of a boost up front is probably good. One, still doing intense. All right. This is a very expensive start to the season, but I still think I'm still hoping for it being the right choice. All right, this hole again. All right. We are fully rested coming in. We are fully rested coming in. Part of me wonders if we just stick it at 2.6 and call that good enough, but no, I think our strategy's still good. We very rarely make mistakes anyway, and it just means all the other ones where we don't make a mistake are just lightning fast. We want some buff bodies back there doing the pit crew. Strongest pit crew. I mean, really, at some point, our pit crew is going to be so ripped that they're going to be able to just lift the car themselves. They're not even going to need the little whatever the dolly things that come out and just they put under it and lift them up. They're just going to just. I'm sorry, I'm being dumb, but oh, that visual just I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, just because you guys don't laugh doesn't mean I'm not laughing on the inside or the outside. I think we're just gonna keep pushing this. I mean, it worked for us last season. We've been winning every year with the pit crew stuff, so let's keep it going. We actually probably will be down to 2.5 almost before the end of the month, won't we? We're going to be very close. Oh, wait. You already tired? Oh, I thought I saw that you were already tired before I even started. I looked at it wrong. Oh, I think we're going to make it. There we go. 2.5. Up right at the beginning of the stage. It's two, just over, but then we could put in one pit stop drill at the very end, which will be probably not enough to matter. Probably use tires off is usually something that's useful to put a little couple points in. All right, cool. I'm happy with all that. I mean, we are losing some stuff here, right? Some attributes across the board, but not a ton. So I think we're going to be good with this. And then we've already got our good pit stops time, which I'm happy with. Cool. All right, let's go. Let's go. Little performance rating for Liam Lawson. No changes for us. Don't look like any changes for Red Bull. I wouldn't expect any. And where are our drivers compared to everybody else now? I mean, Sonoda's up there. He's getting there. Once he gets in the 90s, he'll be part of a pretty elite group. Of course, Theo, a bit further down, but still working his way up. Looking good. Is Sonoda still got... Where's his development? He's down to average. I think it was average last year, actually, now thinking about it. Which, is expected, but Theo should still be high, right? Oh, he's down to average. Yeah, okay, well, there's that. Refurbishment completed on the helipad. Memorabilia room. Just kind of keep an eye on the facilities every once in a while, make sure nothing's dipping down below where we want it to be. Looks like we're so far so good. Increased construction speed. For $60,000. Oh no, I don't care about the refurbishment in the boardroom. No. Nice little boost there. And everybody's getting some boosts. All right, there's our design for the side pod. Are we even going to build this side pod? That is a good question. I think from the angle of saving ourselves some money, I think we are still skipping this first one and just immediately designing a follow-up. Which hopefully this time will be a focus part that will be okay. So again, we're looking for engine cooling and airflow middle. All right, we're still gaining pretty good. I mean, we're losing a bit here, but we're still gaining overall, right? I mean, we're not gaining positional because we're already in first. We're losing quite a bit of top speed on this particular piece, but we'll make up the top speed elsewhere. And this puts us at... Wait, am I reading this right? Are we really... We're actually okay. I thought we were worse off on the stats, but we're actually okay. All right, let's go for it. I think I'm okay with this part. We're going to do it normal. And secures in 23 days. It takes 8 days for a side pod, right? So if we could get it down to 15 days, which I don't think we can, that'd be fine. But we're not going to get it for secure, but we could get it for maybe Jeddah. We'd need to be at 29 days to get at least one of them done. That does mean all 4 of our engineers. Maybe we skip Jeddah. Maybe we plan for Melbourne, which would be 8 before that would be 43, which would already be at 43. What if we wanted to get it at 35 days? Actually, we can get both drivers a side pod. So I think we just put in one engineer and we pour the other engineers into one of the other parts that, you know, are further out, like, it doesn't matter, underfloor or rear wing. Let's get the underfloor done quicker. And I think I'm okay with that. Alrighty, so the first 2 races we will be wanting basic parts, but our basic parts are really quite fast. We don't care about you. I mean, that sounds rude, but we just don't, sorry. Again, we're not going to manufacture that, so we will immediately design our follow-up suspension though. And again, same thing, no lifespan. And this one is low speed brake cooling and airflow front. And I can see the argument for doing some drag reduction, things like that, just because it would give us some pretty... Honestly, let's just hold on to our first place. If we hold on to first place in the cornering, then we're going to be... Even if we lose a little bit of top speed, there's only a couple tracks where the top speed just really comes into play big time. The rest of them, the cornering is just going to be massive. And again, we'll still get the top speed back from a couple other parts later. So I think this is still the smart move. Again, probably focus on Melbourne. And this is suspension... Suspension's still 8 days, right? My brain's suddenly forgetting. So if we wanted to get it for Melbourne, it'd have to be 31 days to get for both parts. Which we could do with 4, which I guess we will. Alright. So both side pod suspension will be ready in 31 days. Rear wing underfloor, we'll get those here in just a moment. A little bit of defending. Another training schedule already. All right, cumulative. Let's get, oh wow, we're actually at 2.495 already. We can go right into pit stop drills. All of this, get these done. Should actually be able to gain a lot of training here because this is a lot of pit stop drills we're going to be able to do. We can squeeze in one more, can we? Barely. So we actually were able to squeeze in one more. All right. 2.24. Like 2.37 is the best. Tires, that makes sense. Almost caps out. And we're actually going to be very close to capping out on it, just about everything except the car release. So that's going to be pretty massive for us. Oh, I didn't do the ones. Let me edit that. Sorry, I did it up to the race, but I forgot to do the ones after the race. Can I edit this a little bit more? Right. It works. Save that. Don't want to miss a week of training if we can help it. Yes, I know we have idle scouts, but I don't really care. We don't really need to get anybody right now. All right, there's our underfloor. I might hold the next underfloor until 8 hours, though. Will I? 21 days. We just do the chassis and front wing now intense. That's probably the go-to. Yep, I think I like that idea. Let's get the front wing done. Just an intense, just basic version of this. And then we will do the chassis after the rear wing gets done here in a moment. Let me just go ahead and put anything there to make a difference. No, I cannot. I guess we'll just put one more into the front wing for now. And call that good. All right, there's our rear wing. Same deal. We'll just do an intense chassis. All right, so that's all our intense ones. That's all our expensive things, which is good, right? That's done. The expensive stuff's done. Now we just got to everything else from here on. That's going to be considerably cheaper, and so whatever hit we've taken to our cost cap now, we can kind of factor that in and figure out kind of where we're at from going forward. We're obviously going to need an engine. We're going to need a. Part of me just wonders if I should just go buy an engine and an ERS just right now, just so I really for sure know exactly where we're going to be. But maybe I hold off. We'll see how it goes. Race weekend coming up. So again, nothing new here. I'm just going to play it out like we're going to be like one of the best cars out there. Both drivers get top 10 for now. Let's just expect that we're both going to get into Q3. Both drivers hit Q2, obviously. I'm going to say that our finish position, one driver is going to hit top 6. And guarantees, we will say both drivers qualify top 10 5 times in a row. I mean, it's still a little bit safe, to be fair, but I think it's still good. Because we probably could do top 8 or something like that, but honestly, I think the money's going to be fine. It's really not the money that we're worried about. I do want to get money. I'm not saying, money's not important, but it's the cost cap, which is what's going to get us more into trouble more than the bank balance at the end. Anything else we wanted to check before I hit... Oh, I was going to check the cars. Car analysis. So, okay, we are no longer first. We're good. I mean, definitely not first on top speed. We're good on these other ones. Other people have already put on their new parts. That's obvious. Really, it's the Red Bull car that we care the most about. We are better than the Red Bull car in a lot of ways, so maybe it's not going to be Red Bull we're competing against this year. No, surely it's still Red Bull, right? I mean, it's still Red Bull. You would think. All right, let's get to this first race. Like I said, it's going to be a little bit of a long episode, but I'm going to try to do one race per episode again like I did last year. But this time, hopefully, we don't run into a mid-season absolute just dumpster fire of a downfall. I feel like there was something else I was going to check. I just want to check the facilities, make sure everything looks good here. And then, what kind of track is this? This is a power circuit, so obviously the top speed would be ideal. Any rain we're expecting? No rain. So let's go. Let's go. A little bit low, maybe. All right, let me go do practice as usual, and then I will bring you guys back for qualifying. All right, here we are, 85, 86, not bad. So take that into qualifying. So we got up to 95 on Theo's setup and 100% on Sonoda's. Definitely good enough to do what we need to do. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna go ahead and put on like a brand new engine. Just always put on the highest engine that we got for any qualifying, just because qualifying is, you know, kind of important. And any degradation, even though it's minimal degradation, any degradation is, you know, we just kind of want to mitigate that as much as possible. We'll go out on the softs. Everything else looks good. Let's go. I'm excited. I'm really hoping for a good season this season. We'll find out. I mean, I was hoping for a good season last season, to be fair. And we had second place. We were a dominant second place. Just couldn't catch Red Bull. Assuming that we're not going to be breaking any records on the tracks this year. Could be wrong, though. Come on, these qualifying, they're going to be really telling, right? Oh, no purples. Nope. Okay, there's a purple. There's a purple. There's a green. All right, second, fourth. Ferrari's up there. Actually, the best thing that could possibly happen is that, like, another team is up there competing with us, right? Because if it's not just Red Bull first and third or first and second and whatever, first and fourth, but if it's like us getting 2 high points and then a Red Bull or a Ferrari or a Mercedes car, and then the other of each of those teams' car is well below us, that is the best case scenario for us. Obviously, we should not need to run another one this first qualifying, so we'll just let it run out. I mean, there's definitely a big line right here between 7th and 6th of how fast some of these cars up here at the top are. First race of the season, though. Nothing too official yet. Once we get some more design stuff going through, then we'll see really how some of these cars have been developing. All right, so there's Leclerc getting ahead of us again, so maybe it was just wishful thinking that Ferrari's going to be competitive. There's Ferrari. I mean, Ferrari's in there. Let's go ahead and just put on these other tires like usual. Getting the purple for Sonoda looks good. Looks like we're going to need to run Theo one more time. Sonoda should be safe. Theo definitely needs another go. Assuming Theo got stuck. Alright, this one should be good. Oh, purple. That was a good one. I mean, I don't think it's going to stay in first place, but it just needs to be good enough to be going on to Q3. That's all we care about. Cool. Happy with that. All right, same thing. Let's put these older tires on just to get the first lap done.
Should be great.
I think Sonoda got held up a little bit there. Oh no, he's still good. Still getting some purple. I mean, he's only one of the first people to go out, but I was afraid he was going to get held up much bigger than he did. All right, let's put on brand new tires and one more done. Come on, clean lap, let's go. Nope, nobody blocking us. There's Ocon. Get out of my way, Ocon. Oh, Theo is terrible. He did get blocked. I think he absolutely got blocked. Oh, it's garbage. He has his work cut out for us in the race. I mean, Sonoda's looking solid, but man, Theo got wrecked there. Ferrari ahead of us. Oh, and 2 Mercedes cars. Like I said, we don't have to be... We just have to beat Red Bull, I think. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be one of these other teams that actually is the team we have to beat this year. But I'm hoping it's just Red Bull. All right, we're going to go back to the other engine because this is fine. I mean, the engines can last until what? What's the power last threshold again? 85. Yeah, we got plenty. This is fine. All right, cool. I'm happy with that. Plug this in. And let's hope we can get a really, really, really good race here. No concept of what's going to be good. I forget what we did last year. Pretty close to that, probably, if I had to guess. Actually, I kind of prefer this bottom strategy if I'm going to do something like this. Would I rather push the first set and just be slower on the second set? I mean, it kind of works out about the same. Really be aggressive early on, try to get some sort of lead, try to get caught back, whatever we got to do, and then just kind of coast in the last little bit. With a little bit of cushion to push at the very beginning when we first maybe run out or towards the end or something like that. Yeah, something like that looks probably pretty solid. All right, I think I'm happy with that. And we can adjust as needed, but I think this is pretty close to what we want. All right, let's get a good race here, guys. Good race, please.
And it's lights out, and away we go.
You've got energy when you feel it's on.
Come on, Sonoda, let's get past Ferrari. Nope, didn't quite get him. Don't let that Mercedes car get you, buddy. No, we let Mercedes get us. Sonoda. Theo's really got his work cut out for him. All right, let's just push through. Keep an eye on things here. Not really much to see early on here. What's the tire temperature we're kind of hoping to stick around? 125 would be nothing higher than 125 is the goal. Little bit of red is fine by me. All right, I'll top up. I'll go ahead and have you top up as well. So notice out of DRS. That's not good. All right, go down to balance on the fuel. Oh, Sonoda is not even close to those guys. Again, we have no new parts, so I do have to take that into account. We're kind of sacrificing a little bit on these first 2 races, hoping for the best just to be able to be better set up for financially for everything else down the road. Sonoda losing DRS, though, is really going to cost us a lot here, I think.
Oh, we've had a crash.
Looks not to stay close to Leclerc. Please. Looks like we can go neutral on both of y'all. We're definitely going a bit more aggressive. Well, not as Perez is going super aggressive, but Sainz is actually pretty laid back right now. He's just chilling. All right, since we're coming in for pits soon, I think we'll go and just attack the rest of the way through here. Theo hasn't budged from where he's at. All right, Snowda getting back up to third. All right, it's coming on our mediums. Let's get a good lap here coming in.
Box, Yogi box.
And you are going to go also pretty hard here. Also plan to pit because 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we should have plenty of time to get both in this time. I mean, arguably we could wait one more lap for you, so maybe we actually do. Let's wait one more lap for you, delay you by a lap. You're going to be fine.
No saving required.
No, I think we're going to wait. Still. And those first two cars are so fast right now. All right, Theo, now you can go crazy and schedule your pit. Come on, pit crew. First one of the season. Let's go. It could be worse. I mean, obviously it wasn't a mistake. It was just slow. All right, let's go balance, deploy. Come on, come on, come on. 4. Great. Very nice. Very, very nice. I knew you guys could do it. Of course, we won't really know how much of a difference it makes until other people start pitting in here in a bit, but... Oh, sorry, that's not what I want. I want to keep that on push to keep the get the tires warmed up faster. Oh, I thought it was 95. It's 100. That's fine. It's okay. All right, Snowda goes back to top up. Sorry, buddy, I was not paying attention. Come on, guys. For 130 on the tires is our warning point. Perez already pit in. He has, but a long time ago, so it's actually lower on our tires right now than even us. Verstappen's really flying. Oh, he started on mediums. Okay, all right. Good. I mean, it could be a smarter move. Neither of our drivers is close to DRS right now, unfortunately, so not really going to help us there. Man, Verstappen is flying so fast. Tsunoda just lost to Leclerc. Is he on softs or something? He's on fresher softs. Okay, well that makes some sense. We're saving our freshest sauce for the last stint. Sure, that's okay. I mean, Tsunoda's now getting some DRS from him, so he's able to kind of stay close to him even though he's on those softer tires, which is helpful. Oh, actually going to catch Verstappen here. Nice. I think Tsunoda go back to neutral. I think Theo can go back to neutral. All right, Tsunoda in first. Theo closing down. Not super fast. Actually, Sainz is actually right on his tail. Go back to attack. Now, if Tsunoda could start putting a gap between him and Verstappen, that would be massive. Verstappen's going to have to pit very soon. Oh my goodness, why? This game hates me. This game absolutely hates me. Such a great race, and then this happens. I will pit on the front wing. Oh, actually, I need to change the pit. We need to change the tires as well. We'll just come out on our final softs. We'll just baby them to the end. I mean, it's unlikely we can get Theo back into points since... Actually... See? Oh, if he can make the pit stop right now, we might be able to stay in points. At least, which is something, at least. If it's too late for him to make the pit stop, then we're in trouble. Looks like somebody else is spun out up there as well. Hopefully that's the only thing that got damaged. Looks like it is. So just front wing. So yeah, let me just double check this. Changing the tires to the softs. Change the front wing. And confirm. Okay. Here's hoping he can get over there.
Now I think this, yes, it's Carlos Sainz.
Was it Sainz that messed us up here?
Now here we are at the final corner. Barely any room to maneuver.
Whose fault is that? I mean, I feel like normally it would be the guy behind's fault because he should move over better, but you could also argue that Sainz just swung into us, you know? So we'll find out here. See, hopefully he's not out. You're not out, are you?
Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final corner.
I hope they don't retire him because I think he can get back. Okay, he's not retired. He's going to be able to get to the pit. He almost crushed him again. Okay, he's going to be able to get to the pit. That's kind of a mild win because we still have a chance to get back into something here. I think we can still get points. If we can still get points with Theo, considering there was a crash, it's a partial victory, I guess. Oh, we're in a full yellow. Oh, it's just sector 1. I was going to say, if it was a full yellow flag all the way around, we definitely have a chance to get back in. All right. Not...
Caution one on exit.
It is what it is. Like I said, can we get back into points now? I have to be very careful on the softs. Probably run them on the second level down. I'm not even going to do it right now. I'm just going to put them on standard for right now. We'll see where it kind of trends, and we might have to lower it down even further than that. We'll go ahead and push on the fuel, get a little bit of temperature in the tires as quickly as possible. We'll go ahead and just top up for a bit. Meanwhile, Tsunoda getting ahead there. Verstappen still needs to pit. All right, Tsunoda I think can actually start. Well, he's staying pushing already, so we'll keep him pushing the whole way. Let him do what he's doing. All right, come on, Theo. Get back in this. Get back in this. It's not too late. You already done your final pit. So everybody else is still going to have to pit ahead of you. I think we can get him back into points. All right, full deploy, go back to balance. Just give him a lap of this. Once he's done deploying, then we will put him probably on the conserve or whatever it is, the light on his tires. It happens. Looks like they're going to penalize Ferrari, so it was not theoretically our fault. It's unfortunate, but all right, let's go back to top up. We're just going to go ahead and set you on light. We'll just kind of watch the trend here, figure out what we're going to do from there. I'll go back in a second, but he's battling with Leclerc, so Leclerc's just got better soft tires right now. Same thing we've been dealing with the whole time. As long as Tsunoda can stay close to him, then Leclerc kind of loses some of the advantage that he has on those soft tires. Do I want to ignore? I'm actually going to ignore for one more lap. We're going to let him get below 35 before I pit him in. Let him just leech off Leclerc a little bit longer here. Theo back up into 15th, chasing down 14th. Quite a few seconds to get to the guy ahead of him, but he's pushing it. All right, Tsunoda's coming around, and he's starting to lose his... Yeah, he's starting to lose DRS. So we definitely want to just go ahead and get him pit in now. Got a little extra lap out of him, but that's fine. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and just push. Let's go ahead and deploy. Maybe we can catch back up here. Maybe not. Claire's actually pretty fast. And if we could have caught that one, I would have been happy, but we didn't. It's all right. Stay close. Theo's about to catch 13th. Again, I think Theo gets back into points. This is actually could all be okay. Let's go watch Tsunoda's pit here. Come on, guys. Last pit of the day. Let's make it an amazing one. Please. Pretty good. 2.5. Very, very happy with that. I'm just going to push down to aggressive. I don't want to go full attack here because we just got to baby him a little bit. We'll top up here a little bit. Get the tires warmed up and go from there. How many people around us still need to pit? Other than Verstappen, everybody ahead of us needs to pit here. But we do have slightly better tires than Verstappen, so hopefully we can catch him. Ahead of Theo. Quite a few people still need to pit ahead of Theo too. So I think Theo gets back into points. Let's go ahead and just settle down to standard. Go ahead and settle down to balance. Go ahead and just deploy a little bit here. Try to get cut back up. I mean, unless Tsunoda messes up, he should podium here. It's really just a matter of where Theo can get to. I mean, he's chasing down 11th now. And actually 10th is not that far ahead of that. We're going to push Tsunoda towards the end. We're going to keep him kind of a little bit conservative here early on. Preserve a little bit of tire and see if we can push him towards the end. All right, Lando's going to have to pit in before, so we don't have to worry about Lando. It's really just Verstappen that we're worried about, and anybody behind us that comes out on fresher tires, which currently nobody's close. Come on, Theo, buddy. Get past those guys. All right, Theo up to 11th. Theo up to almost 10th. Flirting with 10th. He should be able to get it here in a moment, I think. Snow's going to have to start conserving his fuel here soon. Actually, not sure how his fuel got... I must have Maybe I got distracted by the Theo thing and left him running hard a little bit longer than I meant to. Man, Verstappen is so ridiculously fast. Tsunoda is slowly catching him. Slowly being a pretty good keyword here. And Verstappen is pushed his tires down quite a bit further. So Tsunoda should just be generally faster here for the rest of the race. Once Tsunoda gets within a second, he gets DRS, we will conserve his fuel. I actually think he'll still pass him while conserving fuel. I'm not really pushing for fastest lap right this second. We might still have a chance for it later, but for right now, we're just going to play it safe. Theo's up into 8th. Is closing down on 7th. Faster tires, but about the same tread. Still needs signs to pit. And so there's still a good chance Theo could get 7th, maybe even 6th, which would be actually an extremely good result. Come on, Tsunoda, keep chasing him. Keep running this race, buddy. Come on. You guys were battling it out all last season. You're going to be battling it out all this season, it looks like. Come on, Tsunoda. Okay, so Theo up to 7th. Come on, Tsunoda. Let's get to under 2nd for this next. Yeah, there we go. And let's go ahead and start conserving some fuel here. Get that DRS. Stay right on his tail. Conserve some fuel. Let's get some of that back. Tsunoda should pass him here in just a moment. He's just faster right now. 15% difference on tread. And there goes Tsunoda flying past. I'm going to leave him conserving fuel for a little bit longer here. And then we'll start pushing a little bit more. Alright, let's go ahead and go to balance. Theo's line looks like he should be able to push towards the end, but let's not go crazy just yet. Okay, Tsunoda can start gapping here. I actually don't even think we need to push Tsunoda at all. If we can get a gap here in a moment. I mean, we're 15% still ahead of on tread for Verstappen here, so Verstappen should start hitting some of those mini cliffs here soon. Especially the 50% one. And that'll help us... Okay, yeah, we're at 1.2, so we can just settle in here. At this point, we're going to put him back on neutral. Just settle in for Tsunoda here. I think he stays full second ahead for the rest of the race. Now, Theo is the one we're watching, though. He's got 2 guys ahead of him that are on just around the same tread, just not as good tires, though. I mean, they're slower tires. I think we can catch these guys and pass them, especially towards the end. So I think we might have to wait till the very, very end to be able to kind of get a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a jump at the end. But I think he can get... I mean, he's been battling these 2 guys for a while, hasn't he? This has just been a battle. Well, we're conserving our tires. I think we can attack here at the very last 3 laps. Tsunoda, again, we're just going to ignore Tsunoda. Tsunoda is locked in. Don't even have to worry about Tsunoda at all unless he makes a mistake. It's really just the Theo show right now. We'll get down to 3 laps left and then we'll start making our attacks. Planning to hopefully get at least 6th here. Perez is starting to gap us a little bit. That's unfortunate. All right, come on, Theo. Come on, gotta catch Perez. What is Perez doing that's getting him? He's just pushing, I guess. I think that's all he's doing. He's just pushing. Is 3 laps enough? That's the real question. All right, we're gonna go up to aggressive. We're not gonna push anything just yet. This might be a mistake, but I'm kind of... No, he's just going crazy here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go full deploy here, and we'll go full attack. Come on, Theo, catch him, catch him, catch him, catch him, catch him. All right, there goes Theo, flying right past. Still attack, good. I think everything's still good for Theo. Even push a little bit of fuel here for this last lap. Gotta keep an eye on it, but we can push it. I mean, could we caught 5th place? I don't know if we could have caught 5th place if we'd pushed a little sooner. I think they were just a smidge ahead of us. But solid, I mean, 6th place after a crash. That's about as good. Oh, and we got fastest lap. This probably, I mean, other than the fact that Red Bull's 2nd and 3rd, because of course they are. This probably ended about as good as you could expect after having a crash. Like, that is pretty solid result.
Really put it
And we haven't put any new parts on our cars. So, got to take that into account as well. Yeah, overall, more points than Red Bull. It's a good way to start the season, guys. It's a good way to start the season. I mean, Theo is definitely our lesser driver, right? We're sticking to him because I'm kind of determined to kind of see him continue to develop. And he's up to an 85 now. Yay. But he's definitely, you know, a league below some of these other guys. And Sonoda, I think, can compete with the top guys. They are obviously better. I'm not saying that, you know, they are. But he's good enough that he can compete with them with the right car underneath him. Theo, however, he's just got to get a little bit of luck to go his way. Poor guy. He's just not quite there. But he's getting there. All right. Well, that's that. I know it's a long episode, but again, recap from the entirety of last season that y'all didn't see. Hopefully you guys forgive me for skipping so much. Again, it was just, I was frustrated. I was just not in good headspace and it just wasn't good content. So just sped through it, got to this season. We're looking good and hopefully this will be a good season for us overall. Just got to keep that cost cap in check. I do appreciate you guys watching though. May God bless you and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.